for GateWorld.net. I am David Reed, and I'm here at Cheyenne Mountain Entertainment. Like every other day, except this particular day, I'm with Mr. Josh Kurtz, world builder for Stargate Worlds. Josh, welcome. Thank you.
Hi, David. How you doing?
I'm pretty dang good, sir. And yourself?
I'm doing all right. It's a good day.
It is a good day. It's a Friday.
It is.
Overall, what does your job involve?
I'm the lead world builder for the Stargate Worlds project, and basically it encompasses a number of things, but at the very highest level, what it covers is managing the tasks on the world building team and managing the people on the world building team. Making sure everyone has their tasks and what they're doing, has everything they need, all the tools and other things they need, and then making sure all the different tasks get done, all the different jobs, all the worlds get built. We get the designs done for them, and I take ownership of a lot of those high-end world decisions.
Okay. Now we're talking worlds. We're meaning environments and characters within those environments.
Yeah, it kind of covers everything from a world is more than just a space that you play in, but it does encompass the spaces you play in. It's the environments that characters interact with and adventure within and play around in and move through. But it also involves the NPCs that people interact with, and the monsters people attack, or the Jaffa or the Asgard that people encounter. All of those things have to be placed, and my team kind of handles placing those things and making sure they work and interact right, all that.
Okay. Tell us about your background in the gaming industry.
In the gaming industry?
Gaming industry.
Been in so many industries. Gaming industry, I started 2000, I believe, at Blizzard Entertainment.
Warcraft.
Yeah, actually, I started as QA on Diablo 2.
Okay.
And I started as an analyst on Diablo 2 and worked with them on that project for pretty much till its completion. And then I moved up to kind of a senior position in the QA, kind of a lead tester.
Okay.
And then I moved up from there actually very quickly. I was only there for a couple of months before I moved up to world builder for World of Warcraft.
Okay. So the initial World of Warcraft release, you were a part of that.
Oh yeah, when I joined the team, myself and three others from QA and support kind of moved up into the level design, world building positions. And at the time, there were maybe 12 other people on the team.
Okay.
It was very small. You could fit the entire team into a single conference room.
Wow.
Small conference room, and we used to have birthdays. I'd get taken out to Hard Rock Cafe and make the guy whose birthday it was stand on a chair while we all sang to him. It was kind of fun.
Did you guys have any idea how successful that game would be?
No.
Okay.
And we all knew that it was fun. We all played it. Even as early as alpha, we all played it and we enjoyed it. But there's always the question sitting in the back of your mind: is this game going to be? Is it going to work? Are we going to do as well as EverQuest? Are we going to do as well as Mu or Lineage 2 or Lineage 1 or whatever? There's always that question: is what we're doing what people really want to play?
The game may be perfect and may function really well and it may be fun, but will people pick up on it?
Well, yeah, and we could sit there and play this thing all day and love it, and it goes out the door and maybe 100 other people love it.
Yeah.
And that would suck. But it turns out that it was a great game and a lot of people really enjoy it. So.
Okay. This project, though, Stargate, is coming out a lot faster.
Yes.
Than WoW was.
Yes, it is.
The timetable for release, I mean, we're just starting to see now the possibility of at least a beta coming out around a year from now, possibly more.
Right. I actually have no idea when a beta will come out.
Okay.
We really want to hit certain milestones before we even say, "Hey, beta, woo!"
Right. Exactly.
But not sure. What you say sounds right, but I couldn't verify.
Okay. Is Worlds bigger than World of Warcraft in terms of what you've got to produce in order to get it to come out?
Are you talking land space or
I'm talking
just
everything?
Work?
Is it? I mean, you guys took what? 4 years? 5, 6, 7?
Close to 5.
5 years, and we're compressing that time down to 3.
Yeah, about that.
So, is this what I'm getting at? Is this possible?
I think it is.
Staff that we have.
I think it is. I'm obviously my team. I'm still looking for more people.
Okay.
So with the staff I currently have, I'm a little off my schedule, but I'm looking to fill a couple of those slots, and then based on the schedule that myself and the production team have put together, I think we're on schedule to get it done. I'm not worried or stressed about it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. How familiar were you with Stargate before coming aboard?
Oh, big fan.
Really?
Oh yeah. I went and saw the first movie in theaters probably 3 or 4 times. And then when it came out on VHS, I bought it. And then it was one of the first movies I bought on DVD. And I didn't actually watch it to begin with as a series because I didn't have, was it HBO that it was on?
Showtime.
Showtime? Yeah, I didn't have Showtime. I had Cinemax and HBO, but no Showtime.
Ah.
And so I didn't get into it till it moved to network TV.
Okay.
And then I started watching it. And then they started showing back episodes, and I started watching those. And Sci-Fi Channel picked it up, and I've been watching it ever since.
Wow.
And then I get a TiVo, and it made it a lot easier.
Okay. So you continue to watch. Do you continue to watch the show as a fan, more as a fan, or more because you have to watch it?
I watch it as a fan. I don't do as well with watching something because I have to.
Yeah.
It tends to make me very. It tends to attract the analytical part of my mind. Oh, I have to watch this. There must be something interesting that I can see. But it loses the creative, passionate part of my mind. So the fact that I was a fan to begin with really helped.
Mm-hmm. Why is this franchise compatible for a multiplayer online role-playing game?
I think there's a number of reasons. I think one of the most important ones, though, or most obvious ones, I should say, is that if you watch Stargate, the entire series is a group of 4 people who get together. They sidle up side by side, and they walk through that gate to another world to accomplish some kind of adventure. And we watch it on TV, and then they come home.
Right.
And that encompasses a couple of things that are huge in MMOs. The first one is the group. I mean, every MMO out there has some form of grouping. Some of them only have grouping. And that really is part of SG-1, the series, and all Stargate, is that small knit group that gets together and goes through this gate to unknown things and has to depend on one another and stand up for one another. And I think it ties in really nicely. And the other thing is that when you turn on the show, at the beginning of the show, they go through the gate, they go to another world, they have all kinds of adventures. At the end of the show, they come back and they're home. And that's usually the case, at least early on it was. And that's also very similar to MMOs in many ways. You and your buddies log online, you go out, you do all kinds of adventures, have all kinds of fun, finish quests, missions, kill monsters, get fat loot, and then come home at the end of the day, log off, and go to bed. And so it is very similar. And it's also, if you look at SG-1 as an entire series, they're always in this quest for gear. Right?
Yeah.
At least early on. It's always to get the technology to protect themselves from the Goa'uld, and then the technology to protect themselves from the replicators, and then the technology to protect themselves from the Ori. And, it's like, well, there's your Tier 1 gear, your Tier 2 gear, well, whatever you want to talk about. It's kind of funny, and I don't think it's all that intentional as a correlation, but I'm amused every time I think about it. Sam Carter and Jack O'Neill and Daniel Jackson and Teal'c going through the gate to get fat loots so they can protect themselves from the Ori or whatever.
So it's really compatible then.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. Is there anything unique about working on this particular project compared to the ones that you've done before?
There's always lots unique. When you move to a new project, it's usually at a different company, and so the entire way the company does things is different. All of the people you're working with are completely different. Mm-hmm. And people have opinions and thoughts and ideas, and everyone's are different, and everyone's are valid. And so you really find yourself working with people who do things differently or know things differently, work things differently. And so everything really is very unique. I think that even if you were to make the exact same game at 2 different companies with 2 different teams of people, your experience would be completely different, and the entire process would be completely unique. And as a result of that, the exact same game would come out completely differently because of those opinions and those thoughts. So I would say that's the biggest unique thing, is just the people I'm working with and the way they think and the way they want to do things and the ideas people throw out there. It's really impressive.